No matter what sort of work your charity does, from time to time, things are going to change. The 4 key changes you'll need to let the ACNC know about are changes to your charity's name, changes to your address, changes to your governing documents, or any changes to your responsible persons. When we talk about changes to your charity's name, what we mean is your charity's legal name. This is the name set out in your legal or other official documents like your trust deed or constitution, or the name that was registered when your charity was incorporated. You'd probably also be changing your charity's name through formal documents or a formal procedure, so it's important to remember to let us know too. You also need to let us know about changes to your address for service. That means the address where your charity can be contacted. It can be a physical address or an email address, but whatever it is, it needs to be something that you regularly check. So if you change that, you need to let the ACNC know. The kinds of governing documents your charity has will vary based on how your charity is structured. It may have a constitution, rules, or a trust deed, or specific church laws. Regardless, if there are any changes, the ACNC will need to know about that as well. Your responsible persons are the members of your charity's governing body, such as a board. If they join or leave the board, or their positions on the board change, you need to let the ACNC know. When do you need to let us know by? The timeframes depend on the size of your charity. Small charities have annual revenue less than $250,000. Medium charities have annual revenue of $250,000 or more, but less than $1 million. And large charities have annual revenue of $1 million or more. For small charities, you need to let the ACNC know about those 4 main changes as soon as you can, but no later than within 60 days of becoming aware of the change. For medium and large charities, it's within 28 days of becoming aware of the change. Penalties may apply if you don't notify us, but in our first couple of years, the ACNC will be more focused on providing guidance and education to support charities so they know what they need to do. You should also know that it's free to notify the ACNC of any of these changes. You'll also need to let us know if your charity significantly contravenes the ACNC Act or the governance standards, or you change your charity's charitable purpose. Significantly contravene basically refers to something so serious that it would affect your charity's entitlement to registration. It might be that there's been some significant fraud at your charity, but it might also be because one of your charity's board members has woken up one day and said, "Let's stop providing services to the homeless and open a commercial business instead." If you actually go ahead and do that, you're no longer pursuing your charity's charitable purpose, and you do need to let the ACNC know. The best way would be to visit our website. Now, for all charities, regardless of size, the time frame for this kind of notification is no later than 28 days once you're aware of the serious change that could affect your charity's entitlement. Let's just stop here for a second and talk about this concept of once aware. It might sound a bit strange, but basically what it means is that when considering timeframes, it's not strictly as soon as something changes, but as soon as your charity knows about it. In a simple case, like you hear from Consumer Affairs saying that they have approved a change in your incorporated association's rules, once you hear from them, it's within 28 days from then if you're a medium or large charity, or 60 if you're small. There may be times when you realise that you should have notified the ACNC by a particular date, but haven't done so. If this happens, let us know of the change straight away. There might also be times where you're not sure whether you should notify us about a change. For example, there's been a breach of the ACNC Act, but you're not sure if the contravention is significant. In this case, you should contact us as soon as possible so we can discuss your situation and work with you. Where charities are significantly contravening the ACNC Act, our goal is to help them try to meet the Act, and the sooner we know about the contraventions, the easier it will be for us to help them. And again, it's completely free to notify the ACNC of any of these things. So let's recap. The 4 main things you need to notify the ACNC about are changes to your charity's name, your address for service, your responsible persons, or your governing documents. And of course, please notify us if you're not meeting your obligations in any serious way or you change your charitable purpose.